hi, Ernie.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, you know what? I brought a friend. He's in my bag. Let me get him out for you. Oh. Now, I bet you're wondering, what is a bird? Accent of England, 1625. Do you know who renamed Shawmut Boston? The Puritans. They left England from a town called Boston, and they weren't original naming in the Holocaust of World War. And inside there, and behind it, Quincy Market. You know, the granite one with the green roof. Quincy Market is all about the food. America, 1713. From that second floor balcony of the old State House, they read the Declaration of Independence to the city of Boston for the first time, July 18, 1776. Do you know that Ben Franklin was born in Boston? He used to, above that Starbucks, do you see a huge golden teapot? That's an 1873 example of a pictograph. Shopkeepers in colonial Boston, they knew many people couldn't read their windows. The famous person buried there, John Hume from Boston, England. Behind the burial ground is the original City Hall of Boston. There's a more modern one behind us. What is it now? Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You know what's cool though? In front, there's a great statue. It still exists, but it's no longer on School Street in Boston. The period. John F. Kennedy at his bachelor party at the Paca House Rolls. The term scrod, which means seafood catch of the day, and the Massachusetts State Dessert. Next is going to be the burial ground with all the famous dead people from the Revolution. Very good. John Hancock signed the Declaration first and biggest, and he, of course, he's got the tallest gravestone. It's in the back in the corner there. Taxation without representation is
Tyranny.
yes, tyranny. All had a common place to bring your cattle or your chickens. So the English came here. This is 2.6 miles of history that you can self-guide. Just follow the brick stripe on the sidewalk. This is Emerson's college's campus. Their motto is, "The city is our campus." Don't let them fool you. That just means we don't have a campus. Do you see all the theaters around? This is Boston's theater district. Doesn't it look exactly like Times Square? It was 1.5 square miles. So I call this map of Boston teeny tiny Boston. But if you look on the back, all that light green is landfill. We have more than doubled the size of Boston by filling in the Charles River or the harbor with rocks and dirt. Public library system in America to let people take books home. Presidential library. When they built that only church on that top 10 list, designed by Henry Hobson Richardson, finished in 1877. As soon as this was finished, it started an architectural trend. Boston, you'll say, all right, so that's a bazaar. Up this street, half a block, that finish line of the Boston Marathon. It's always there. So if you want a selfie of you finishing the Boston, you can do it any day of the year you want. Here in Boston at the Museum of Fine Arts, 1837. Normally, I would be showing you the swan boats, but they've drained the lagoon for the winter already. Seat of the Massachusetts government. And yes, that's a jogging John F. Kennedy. The 35th President of the United States is from Boston. The cornerstone for this State House pew, Tech State Boston, right there. That's the Tip O'Neill Federal Building. Also straight ahead of you was a place to go swimming in Boston. It was called Mill Pond. I tell you about. On your right, that's the widest cable stayed bridge in America. 10 lanes of traffic. Education first. And that piece of Berlin Wall was given. He turns on navigation lights and honks. Let's do roller coaster. Welcome to the Charles River. I didn't turn on. Oh, you got it? Yes. We're gonna go upriver. You can't go downriver from where we put in because the other way is the harbor. Now the propeller of this vehicle is just engaged, right? sell your country, see if you get one. Okay. Now, because we have someone from Portugal, the rest of this tour will be in Portuguese. Where are you visiting from? Where are you visiting from?
Brazil.
Ah, Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh. California. Well, welcome everybody. Now, this is the part of the tour where we let you drive. Insurance. World leaders are now calling me for advice. Now, one side of you is Boston, the other side of you is Cambridge. So stay between the white lines. I'm kidding. The bridge we're approaching has two names, the official name and the nickname. It's officially the Longfellow Bridge, the poet who wrote Paul Revere's Ride. Americans are pretty familiar with his poem. Have you heard of One If I Land, Two If I Sea, The British Are Coming, The British Are Coming? That's his poem. He was a professor of languages at Harvard. The bridge got very dirty and rusty, so it just got a $17 million facelift, finishing just 5 years ago. Did she look at you and smile yet? There you go. There's your sticker. Now, that's where you can start a duck tour as well. And it just opened a brand new observation deck. Smile for the camera. And now we'll do a video. This new observation deck on the Prudential, first rock school in U.S. history. My favorite Adele song is A Farmer and Adele, the Farmer and Adele. All right, we're gonna switch. So from Germany you're next, and then from California you'll be last. All right. You're welcome. Computer that's been dropped. See any Canada geese on the river today?
No.
Maybe we could do it with just a propeller. I'll turn off the radio to the Coast Guard. Land ho! Now Bob can turn off the propeller, change navigation lights to headlights. At the top, he'll go